Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where we blend ancient wisdom with modern living. Today we embark on a journey guided by the profound words of Seneca. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This powerful quote sets the stage for our exploration into a crucial aspect of life, prioritizing self-care and personal growth before seeking love and companionship. In our quest for love and friendship, it's common to seek others to fill the gaps in our lives. Yet we frequently overlook a vital truth. The foundation of meaningful relationships is a deep understanding of ourselves. In this episode, we delve into the significance of self-awareness and personal development as prerequisites for engaging in romantic relationships. Drawing from the rich teachings of Stoicism, along with other insightful philosophies, we'll uncover how self-knowledge enhances our relationships, leading to more fulfilling and joyful connections. Join us as we explore how being a person of depth and virtue is not just a noble ideal, but a practical approach to enriching our relationships. Let's dive into how embracing our inner Stoic can transform not only our love lives but also our overall well-being. Get to know yourself. In the realm of Stoicism, a profound emphasis is placed on the journey of self-discovery. This philosophy, deeply rooted in the teachings of luminaries like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, advocates for a thorough understanding of one's own nature. It's a journey that begins with introspection, delving into the intricacies of our traits, beliefs, and abilities. This self-awareness is not just a cornerstone for personal growth, but also a vital ingredient in cultivating meaningful relationships. Imagine for a moment the depth of your self-knowledge. How well do you truly understand your inner workings? Are you in tune with your core values, your strengths, and areas for improvement? This introspection is crucial as our relationships often act as mirrors, reflecting our true selves. I urge you, as a viewer of Stoic in Your Life, to embark on this journey of self-exploration, to uncover the essence of who you are. Stoicism teaches us that recognizing our virtues and acknowledging our flaws is the initial step towards forging authentic and fulfilling connections. When you possess a profound understanding of yourself, you lay a solid foundation for understanding others, thereby enriching your relationships. It's about crafting your identity independently, without seeking validation from external sources, including potential romantic partners. This path leads to the development of a robust, self-sufficient character. This concept aligns seamlessly with the Stoic belief, as expressed by Epictetus, that our true value lies within, not in the accolades or attention we receive from others. Embracing our inherent worth is crucial. It anchors us in times of change and cushions the blow of rejection. Let's recall the words of Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This quote resonates deeply with our topic, underscoring the importance of internal focus and self-reliance before seeking love or approval from others. In our modern lives, where external validation is often sought after, this Stoic principle becomes ever more relevant. It's a reminder to prioritize self-care and self-understanding. By doing so, we not only enhance our personal well-being but also prepare ourselves to engage in healthier, more meaningful relationships. The advice here is clear. Before embarking on the quest for love, ensure that you are on a firm footing with yourself. Understand your values, align your actions with these values, and cultivate a sense of self that is not swayed by the opinions or desires of others. Embarking on the journey of self-discovery is akin to embarking on a voyage across uncharted waters. It begins with the crucial act of self-reflection. This involves a deep and honest examination of your thoughts and feelings. Ask yourself, what are the core values that guide my life? What brings me genuine happiness and a sense of fulfillment? It's important to recognize that self-reflection isn't a one-time event, but a continuous process that evolves as you gain more knowledge and experiences. As you delve deeper into understanding yourself, you may uncover aspects of your personality that were previously hidden or unacknowledged. This process is much like sculpting a statue, where every life experience and challenge contributes to your formation. You are simultaneously the sculptor and the clay, shaping and being shaped. This journey is about recognizing and embracing both your strengths and weaknesses. Accepting and working on your weaknesses is not a sign of defeat, but a testament to your growth. It's crucial to remember that the goal is not to create a version of yourself that is merely appealing to others, but to forge an authentic self-image. When your self-worth is grounded in your own perception rather than the opinions of others, you establish a more robust sense of self. In relationships, this strong sense of self ensures that you engage with others not out of neediness or a desire for approval, but as someone who is already whole. This approach fosters healthier, more balanced relationships where you contribute as a person who is confident and authentic, traits that are inherently attractive. Therefore, it's essential to ponder. Are you shaping your identity to seek validation from others, or are you genuinely exploring and constructing a personality that reflects your true self? Embrace this journey of self-discovery. It is through understanding and nurturing ourselves that we prepare for meaningful connections with others. Now consider the story of the ancient Greek philosopher Diogenes. He famously carried a lantern in broad daylight, searching for an honest man. This allegory highlights the importance of seeking truth and authenticity, starting with oneself. Diogenes' quest wasn't just about finding honesty in others. It was a symbolic representation of the inner journey to find one's true self. In conclusion, the path to finding love and forming deep connections with others begins with loving and understanding yourself. It's about building a relationship with yourself that is so strong and genuine that it naturally extends to your interactions with others. As you navigate this journey, remember the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus: "No man is free who is not master of himself." By mastering yourself, you lay the foundation for healthy, fulfilling relationships that are based on mutual respect and genuine connection. This is the essence of Stoicism applied to modern life, a philosophy that empowers you to become the best version of yourself, thereby enriching your life and the lives of those around you. Marcus Aurelius and the importance of controlling yourself. In the profound teachings of Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher and leader of ancient Rome, we find invaluable guidance, particularly concerning personal relationships. Aurelius championed the virtues of self-control and discipline as essential pillars for a purposeful life. In the realm of relationships, this emphasis on self-mastery is crucial in navigating our spontaneous desires and emotions. Aurelius believed that our reactions, more than the actions of others, are the architects of our inner tranquility. This Stoic principle holds immense relevance in the context of modern dating and relationships. It encourages us to pause and reflect before responding, ensuring that our actions align with our core principles and the pursuit of long-term happiness. Consider this scenario. How often have we acted impulsively in our relationships, only to regret it later? Aurelius urges us to cultivate a more measured approach, to think before speaking or acting, particularly in moments of heightened emotion. This approach is not about suppressing our feelings, but about understanding and channeling them constructively. Reflect on your approach to relationships. Are your actions driven by fleeting emotions, or are they the result of deliberate, thoughtful decision-making? Embracing the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius in exercising self-control doesn't imply a life of self-denial. Rather, it's about making choices that genuinely contribute to our happiness and create a harmonious balance over time. To illustrate this concept, let's consider a story from ancient Greece. There was a young man named Alexios, who, much like many of us, found himself often swayed by the heat of the moment in his relationships. His reactions were quick and often led to conflicts and regrets. One day he encountered the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and began to apply the principle of thoughtful reflection before acting. Over time, Alexios noticed a profound change in his relationships. His responses became more considerate, leading to healthier and more fulfilling connections with others. This transformation in Alexios's life serves as a practical example of how Stoic principles can be applied in our daily interactions. It underscores the importance of taking a moment to assess our emotions and responses, ensuring they are in harmony with our long-term well-being and values. In conclusion, the lesson here is clear. Nurturing self-control and thoughtful reflection as taught by Marcus Aurelius is not just about personal discipline. It's a pathway to deeper, more meaningful relationships and a more balanced life. By mastering our responses and aligning them with our core values, we not only honor the wisdom of Stoicism, but also pave the way for genuine happiness and fulfillment in our personal connections. This approach, rooted in ancient philosophy, remains a timeless guide for navigating the complexities of modern relationships with grace and wisdom. Epictetus and the importance of being independent. In our journey through the profound teachings of Stoicism, we encounter the wisdom of Epictetus, a luminary in the Stoic world. His teachings resonate deeply, especially when we consider the realm of love and relationships. Epictetus firmly believed in the essence of independence, both emotionally and financially, as a cornerstone for a fulfilling life. He famously stated that true freedom and joy originate from within, not from external sources such as relationships or wealth. This principle of self-reliance and emotional management is a crucial foundation in his philosophy. Imagine embarking on a new relationship. If we overly depend on our partner for happiness or financial stability, we risk creating an imbalance that can lead to dissatisfaction and unhappiness. Reflect on your own life through the lens of Epictetus. How much do you rely on others for your sense of well-being? Do you frequently seek validation or happiness from external sources, particularly in romantic relationships? Furthermore, consider your financial independence. Is being in a relationship merely a choice for you, or is it a necessity for financial reasons? Epictetus urges us to cultivate our inner strengths and virtues. By doing so, when we enter a relationship, it's not out of necessity but rather a desire to share our already content and fulfilled life with another. This form of independence not only enhances the quality of our relationships, but also contributes to our own sense of freedom and happiness. It's a journey towards self-improvement and autonomy, aligning perfectly with Epictetus's teachings on freedom and self-care. In this context, let's ponder a quote from another Stoic philosopher, Seneca, who said, "True happiness is gusta and enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." This aligns seamlessly with Epictetus's philosophy. It's about finding joy in the present moment, independent of external circumstances, including relationships. So how can we cultivate this independence? It starts with introspection and understanding our own emotions and needs. It's about building a life where our happiness and financial stability are primarily derived from our own actions and choices, not contingent upon others. This doesn't mean isolating ourselves or avoiding relationships, but rather entering them from a position of strength and self-sufficiency. As we navigate the complexities of relationships, let's embrace the wisdom of Epictetus. Let's strive to be independent in our emotions and finances, ensuring that our relationships are choices of joy and sharing, not necessities, driven by dependency. This path of self-reliance not only leads to healthier relationships, but also to a deeper sense of personal freedom and happiness. Remember, the journey to a fulfilling life begins with taking care of ourselves first. In doing so, we honor the teachings of Epictetus and the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, making us better partners and, more importantly, better individuals in our quest for a serene and resilient life. Seneca and how wisdom helps in relationships. Seneca, an eminent Stoic philosopher, profoundly emphasized the role of wisdom in personal relationships. His insights offer a timeless approach to navigating the complexities of love and companionship. Wisdom, in Seneca's view, transcends mere knowledge or intellect. It involves applying learned experiences across various facets of life, including romantic endeavors. He advocated for a deeper discernment in relationships, urging us to look beyond superficial attributes like physical appearance or fleeting emotions. Understanding oneself is the first step in comprehending what one truly seeks in a partner. Reflect on how wisdom influences your relationship choices. Are they driven by impulsive emotions or a profound understanding, Do you seek qualities in a partner that resonate with your values and foster mutual growth? Seneca's philosophy teaches us that wisdom entails recognizing the impermanence of life and relationships. We should cherish and fully engage in our relationships rather than attempting to possess them or living in fear of their loss. Viewing love as an opportunity for joint growth and enlightenment, rather than merely a means to feel complete, is a wise perspective. Contemplate how adopting a wiser approach could transform your current or future relationships. Seneca's teachings encourage us to seek connections rooted in mutual respect, comprehension, and collective development. To reinforce this Stoic perspective, let's recall a quote from Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." This quote, though not directly about relationships, speaks to the Stoic ideal of focusing on self-improvement and personal virtue, rather than external validation or reciprocation in love. In our modern lives, where relationships are often influenced by social media and external pressures, Seneca's wisdom is particularly pertinent. It guides us to prioritize self-awareness and personal growth before seeking love. In doing so, we become better equipped to engage in relationships that are not only fulfilling but also conducive to our overall well-being and development. This approach to relationships, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, offers a profound and enduring path to finding and nurturing love in the contemporary world. The teachings of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca offer a timeless wisdom. To forge meaningful and fulfilling relationships with others, one must first cultivate a deep, understanding relationship with oneself. This concept is not just a philosophical musing, but a practical guide to living a balanced and harmonious life. Stoicism, at its core, emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and personal growth. It posits that before venturing into the world of dating and friendships, it is crucial to embark on a journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. This journey is not merely a preparation for becoming a better partner, it is about becoming a complete individual in your own right. When you approach relationships with a well-rounded sense of self and maturity, you naturally attract and maintain connections that are not only rewarding but also balanced and equitable. The path to finding love, according to Stoicism, is as much about introspection and self-reflection as it is about forming connections with others. It's about crafting a life that brings you joy and fulfillment independently of your relationship status. In doing so, you not only become more appealing to potential partners, but you also lay the foundation for future relationships that are built on mutual respect, understanding, and shared growth. An oak tree, before it can provide shade and shelter to others, must first grow strong and sturdy on its own. It needs to establish deep roots and a robust trunk. Similarly, in life, before we can offer support and companionship to others, we must first develop our own strength and stability. This development comes from nurturing our minds, bodies, and spirits, and by embracing the Stoic principles of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. In practical terms, this means engaging in activities that foster personal growth such as meditation, reading, physical exercise, and practicing mindfulness. It involves cultivating virtues like patience, resilience, and empathy. By doing so, we not only enhance our own lives but also become better equipped to contribute positively to the lives of others. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us to embrace challenges and obstacles as opportunities for growth. When faced with difficulties in our personal development or relationships, we should remember the words of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This mindset encourages us to approach relationship challenges not as setbacks, but as chances to strengthen our character and deepen our understanding of ourselves and others. Understanding the role of emotional maturity in relationships. Emotional maturity, in its essence, is the art of managing our emotions and reactions in a manner that is both healthy and constructive. This skill is not just an asset, but a necessity for forging and sustaining relationships that are not only lasting but also deeply fulfilling. When we talk about emotional maturity, we're referring to the ability to navigate the turbulent seas of relationships without losing sight of our own identity or compromising our core values. It's about being able to communicate effectively, resolve conflicts with grace, and extend empathy and understanding towards our partners. This maturity is the anchor that keeps our relationship steady, even in stormy weather. A pivotal element of emotional maturity is self-awareness. It's about taking a deep, introspective look at ourselves, understanding our emotions, recognizing what triggers them, and identifying our habitual patterns in relationships. Ask yourself, are you someone who flares up in anger, or do you tend to retreat into a shell when faced with adversity? Gaining clarity on these aspects of your personality is crucial. It equips you to handle the complexities of relationships with a level of finesse and understanding that is often missing. But let's expand this idea further. Emotional maturity is not just about understanding and managing our emotions. It's about growing from them. It's about learning from each interaction, each conflict, and each moment of connection. This growth is what transforms us into better partners, better individuals. It's a journey of continuous self-improvement where every experience, good or bad, becomes a stepping stone to a higher version of ourselves. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. This quote beautifully encapsulates the essence of emotional maturity in relationships. It's about choosing our responses, choosing growth, and choosing understanding, even when the circumstances are less than ideal. Now let's make this personal. Imagine you're in a relationship where conflicts arise. How do you respond? Do you react impulsively, letting your emotions take the wheel? Or do you pause, reflect, and respond with thoughtfulness? This choice, this moment of pause, is where emotional maturity lives. It's in this space that we find the power to transform our relationships and, indeed, our lives. Moreover, emotional maturity is about balance. It's about finding that sweet spot between expressing our own needs and being receptive to the needs of our partners. It's a dance of give and take where both partners feel heard, valued, and respected. This balance is not always easy to achieve, but it's where the magic of a truly fulfilling relationship lies. So, emotional maturity is the cornerstone of healthy, lasting relationships. It's about self-awareness, growth, balance, and the ability to respond to life's challenges with grace and understanding. As we navigate the ebbs and flows of our relationships, let us remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." Remember, the journey to finding love starts with taking care of yourself first, and a big part of that is nurturing your emotional maturity. Emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is paramount. It's akin to being the captain of your own ship in the midst of a storm. Your emotions are the winds and waves, powerful and potentially destructive, if not skillfully managed. Reflect on your past relationships. How often have your emotions steered the ship, leading to impulsive actions and subsequent regrets? Developing emotional maturity is like learning to navigate these storms, using the lessons of past experiences to handle similar situations with thoughtfulness and poise. It's about responding, not reacting. Empathy, a cornerstone of emotional maturity, is the compass that guides this ship. It's the ability to step into someone else's shoes, to feel the sun and the storm from their perspective. In the context of a relationship, empathy is the bridge that connects two souls, allowing for a deeper understanding of each other's worlds. This understanding is the foundation of a strong, loving bond. A bond that is nurtured not just by shared joys, but by a profound understanding of each other's struggles and needs. Yet, the Stoic journey teaches us that the responsibility for our happiness lies within us. As the renowned Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This wisdom resonates deeply in the context of love and relationships. It's about finding contentment within ourselves before seeking it in another. This self-reliance is not about isolation. Rather, it's about building a fortress of serenity and strength within. from which we can offer love and support to others without losing ourselves in the process. In modern life, where the pursuit of love often seems like a race against time and societal expectations, this Stoic approach offers a refreshing perspective. It encourages us to pause, to look inward, and to cultivate our emotional maturity, empathy, and self-contentment. Only then are we truly ready to embark on the journey of love, not as half seeking another half to complete us, but as wholes, ready to share the richness of our being with another. In conclusion, the Stoic path to love begins with oneself. It's a journey of mastering our emotions, nurturing empathy, and finding happiness within. This journey, though challenging, is immensely rewarding, for it leads to a love that is deep, genuine, and resilient. A love that not only withstands the storms of life but thrives in them. In the quest for love and companionship, it's essential to remember that the foundation of any healthy relationship is not just about the connection between two individuals, but also about the individual strength and happiness of each person involved. This concept is deeply rooted in the principles of Stoicism, which emphasize the importance of self-awareness, emotional regulation, and personal growth. At the heart of a fulfilling relationship is the idea that each partner should contribute to the other's happiness, but not be the sole source of it. This principle underscores the significance of finding joy and fulfillment independently, outside the confines of a relationship. By nurturing our own passions, interests, and emotional well-being, we not only enrich our lives but also bring a richer, more complete version of ourselves to our relationships. This approach aligns with the Stoic belief in the value of self-sufficiency and personal development. Emotional maturity plays a pivotal role in this journey. It involves a deep understanding of oneself, the ability to regulate one's emotions effectively, empathize with others, and take responsibility for one's own happiness. These skills, when combined with the wisdom of Stoicism, lay the groundwork for healthier, more satisfying, and mutually enriching relationships. The Stoic perspective teaches us that the path to love and a meaningful life is not about seeking someone to fill a void within us. Instead, it's about being complete in ourselves, continually learning, and gaining a deeper understanding of who we are. This journey of self-discovery and personal growth is what prepares us to connect genuinely and profoundly with someone else. These teachings are not mere guidelines for finding love. They are fundamental principles for living a life filled with meaning, wisdom, and joy. We are encouraged to embrace our unique paths, cherish our individuality, and when the time is right, share our well-developed selves with someone who resonates with our beliefs and feelings. The most beautiful love stories are those between two individuals who are complete in themselves, not in those seeking completion from each other. Despite his immense power and responsibilities, Marcus Aurelius always emphasized the importance of self-reflection and personal growth. He believed that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from external sources, including relationships. His writings encourage us to focus on developing our character, virtues, and understanding of ourselves, which in turn makes us better partners in any relationship. So, the lesson here is clear. Take care of yourself first, nurture your own growth and happiness, and in doing so you will be better equipped to find and foster love that is deep, meaningful, and enduring. It's never too late to learn how to love yourself. There will be unexpected difficulties in life, and that's when you need to love yourself the most, to be strong enough to overcome these challenges. Learning to love oneself is a story that seems easy, but is not at all. It's not just about love, it's also about being aware of your own value, respecting your body, listening to the whispers of your soul, and taking care of yourself. Here are 4 tips to help you love yourself and open your heart to receive the love of others. Stop comparing yourself to others. This constant comparison, whether it's about abilities, achievements, or appearances, can be mentally draining. It's like trying to sail your boat by constantly looking at others' vessels, forgetting that each boat has its unique course and beauty. Remember, while comparison might occasionally serve as a catalyst for self-improvement, It often leads to a destructive cycle of feeling inferior and lacking self-confidence. Each individual is a unique tapestry of strengths and experiences. It's essential to focus on your own journey, cherishing your strengths, and working diligently with what you have. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Apply this to your life by listening more to your inner voice and less to the external comparisons. Set personal goals, not as a race against others, but as milestones on your own path. Strive to achieve these goals, for in this striving you'll find the essence of self-love. In our modern lives, filled with challenges and distractions, it's easy to lose sight of our own worth. We often forget to appreciate the person we are in the pursuit of becoming someone else. The key is to understand and accept that self-improvement is a personal journey, not a competition. It's about being better than you were yesterday, not better than someone else today. This mindset shift is vital in learning to love yourself. It's about nurturing your inner garden, not gazing enviously at your neighbors. In conclusion, loving yourself starts with a simple yet profound shift in perspective. It's about focusing on your own journey, recognizing your unique strengths, and setting personal goals. As you embark on this path, remember the words of Epictetus and the wisdom of the Stoics. Listen more to your inner self, embrace your journey, and find joy in your personal growth. This is the foundation of self-love in our contemporary, fast-paced world. Embrace your imperfections and learn from them. In the journey of self-love, it's crucial to acknowledge that making mistakes is an inherent part of being human. Often, we encounter individuals who, upon facing failure or not meeting their expectations, are quick to harbor feelings of inadequacy and defeat. This mindset, however, overlooks a fundamental truth of life. Everyone errs. And it's through these errors that we gain invaluable insights. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His journey towards inventing the light bulb was fraught with countless setbacks. Yet, it was his perspective on these failures that set him apart. Instead of viewing them as a reflection of his worth, he saw them as stepping stones to success. This mindset shift is pivotal in cultivating self-love. Allowing yourself the space to falter is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to your courage and resilience. When you stumble, it's not the fall that defines you, but your willingness to rise again. Each time you pick yourself up, you're not only learning how to avoid similar pitfalls in the future, but also strengthening your resolve and self-compassion. In the realm of Stoicism, there's a profound emphasis on perceiving obstacles as opportunities. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once stated, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This philosophy aligns seamlessly with the concept of embracing our flaws and learning from them. It encourages us to view each mistake not as a roadblock, but as a guidepost, directing us towards greater wisdom and self-acceptance. In conclusion, loving yourself is an odyssey that involves embracing your imperfections and extracting lessons from them. It's about standing tall after every fall, not with a sense of defeat, but with pride and a deeper understanding of yourself. As you navigate through this journey, remember that each mistake is a chapter in your story of growth, resilience, and self-love. Let these experiences be your teachers, guiding you to a more compassionate and fulfilling relationship with yourself. End toxic relationships. In our journey to love ourselves, the third tip is crucial. End toxic relationships. Remember, you deserve to be around people who truly value your presence. If someone genuinely wants you in their life, they'll create space for you. On the contrary, if they're not interested, excuses will abound. It's essential to grasp that you shouldn't have to fight for a spot in someone's life. What is meant for you will naturally gravitate towards you, and what's not will fade away. This echoes the wisdom of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who said, "Some things are in our control, and others not." In relationships, we can control our involvement, but not the other's commitment. So, Embrace life with a sense of ease. Avoid clinging to relationships where you're undervalued and where your joy is constantly siphoned away. Persisting in such connections is like being trapped in a labyrinth with no exit, where your efforts remain unreciprocated and your time, a precious resource, is squandered. Instead, focus on nurturing bonds that uplift you, where mutual respect and appreciation are the foundations. This approach not only fosters self-love, but also aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what's within our power, our choices and responses. By choosing to step away from toxic relationships, you're not only honoring yourself but also practicing a form of wisdom that has been cherished for centuries. Remember, in the grand tapestry of life, every thread you weave with self-respect and dignity contributes to a more fulfilling and harmonious existence. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, it's unlikely that others will. This is a simple yet powerful reality. You are the custodian of your own story, the one who knows your journey, your struggles, and your triumphs better than anyone else. If you persist in undervaluing your worth and doubting your strengths, it inadvertently sets a tone for others to mirror these doubts. Remember, the way you perceive and present yourself significantly influences how others perceive you. Holding your head high is not just about physical posture. It's a metaphor for carrying yourself with confidence and dignity. Don't shy away from being proud of who you are. There's a Stoic wisdom that echoes this sentiment. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. This quote encapsulates the essence of self-belief. It's about being, not just aspiring. It's a call to action to embody the qualities you admire, to live them out in your daily life. Striving for what you want without fear of failure is a vital aspect of believing in yourself. It's about understanding that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but a stepping stone to success. Embrace your aspirations and pursue them with vigor and determination. You possess the strength and ability. It's about harnessing these qualities to achieve your goals. In the modern world, where we are often swayed by external validation and comparison, believing in oneself becomes even more crucial. It's about grounding yourself in your own values and abilities rather than getting lost in the noise of societal expectations. The advice here is simple yet profound. Trust in your unique journey, embrace your individuality, and let your self-belief be the guiding light in your path to self-love and accomplishment. In essence, believing in yourself is the cornerstone of self-love. It's a journey that requires patience, understanding, and a steadfast commitment to recognizing and nurturing your inherent worth. Remember, your belief in yourself is a powerful force that can move. As we conclude today's journey on Stoic in Your Life, we've delved deep into the essence of self-love and the pivotal role it plays in our quest for meaningful relationships. We've explored the profound teachings of Stoicism, learning that the first step in seeking love is to nurture a profound love for oneself. Remember, the path to enriching relationships is paved with self-awareness, emotional maturity, and an unwavering belief in your own worth. Before we part ways, I invite you to pause and reflect on these teachings. Ask yourself, are you truly embracing the art of self-love? Are you building relationships on the foundation of a strong, self-assured you? This journey of self-discovery and self-love is ongoing, and I am here to guide you every step of the way. If today's insights have resonated with you, I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life. Your engagement helps our community grow, allowing us to reach and inspire more souls on their path to Stoic wisdom. Don't forget to turn on notifications, ensuring you never miss our upcoming videos, where we continue to unravel the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and its application in our modern lives. Together, let's embark on this transformative journey, embracing the Stoic principles to lead a life of serenity, resilience, and profound self-love. Thank you for being a part of this journey, and remember, in the words of Marcus Aurelius, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice. Carry this wisdom into your life, and let it guide you in your pursuit of love and fulfillment. Until next time, stay stoic, stay strong, and most importantly, stay true to yourself.